Hello, darlings. I am Cassandra. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for coming. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about glamour magic. I want to call it timeless, ageless glamour magic. In a few months, I'll be 60 years old, and I'm excited. Of course, I cried about it. My kids are joking, and they say, "Mom, you are crusty." And I said, "Baby, it's better than dusty, okay? Because yeah, it's going to be one or the other, right?" But 60 is a really big number, and I'm kind of really, God bless me. I'm just like really excited to be, oh my God, in the last few months of my 50s. So, this video is going to be a little chatty, per usual. I want to go over some things with you. Some will be a little abstract, and some will be some practical things you can do to enhance your physical, I would say your aura, right? Because you'll see that I don't really think beauty is, let me just clear this up first. I don't think that beauty is so much of how you look. I know people would disagree with me on that, but I think it's how you treat people and how you speak to people, how the words that come out of your mouth, to me, is what really make you attractive or unattractive. I don't know. In my mind, I don't care what you look like. If you are not a kind person and you just say really nasty things, I just can't see how that's going to, how the best BBL or best body or whatever you got going on, I just don't see how it's going to make you attractive if you don't treat everybody with the utmost respect. You know what I'm saying? So let's just clear that up, because my Uncle Joe used to always say, beauty is as beauty does, right? So, but let's get that aside. That's all spiritual, because I know we can all get into like, what about such and such? So let's get into some of the more practical stuff. I made a little list here. Now, first, I want to tell you that I look at everything through the aspect of our 7 energetic bodies, because I feel like your physical body is the smallest part of it's the smallest part of who you are on this planet, and most of who you are we can't see. So your energetic body probably goes out about 6 feet surrounding you, like how birds have these big wingspans. So imagine this version. If you think of those little Russian dolls, you know how you pull one out and then there's another one inside and there's another one inside. Well, the humans, I'm not talking about our chakras right now, but just those energetic vortex that we receive energy. I'm talking about our energetic bodies. So it's like these different layers of your body, and this is how or why when you walk in a room sometimes and you can feel a person's energy and they haven't even opened their mouth, or you walk, you know how you feel the vibe. We call it the vibe. Well, what you're really talking about are the energetic bodies. You're literally talking about the frequency that is being emitted from a person's energetic bodies, that I want to talk a little bit about, so that things, to me, you'll understand why they make sense. So so there are 7 layers, and the first, I guess I'm going to start at the top. The first layer is connected to all there is, like to the universe, to God, connected to the Akashic records, universal knowledge, and this part of you is connected to all of your past and present lifetimes. You have access to every version of you in every dimension, in all time and space. So this, and the way I like to think of it is, I'm not going to say this is I have my little cotton ball here, but it's connected to all there is, right? It is formless, and it's you in every gender, every dimension. Okay, And then we move down to your third eye, which is your this is your celestial body, and it connects you to other beings and to other like to angels and your group consciousness. And I like to call it like my spiritual team that's been assigned to me, and we review like my Akashic records when we move up and talk to God, or I want to look at previous lifetimes to see what it is I want to work on for this lifetime. This is where your imagination, but basically your communication with other beings. And I personally think this is my opinion, by the way, just so we're clear, that I feel like this is where angelic magic works, because it's working with your spiritual team to determine how we're going to shape, mold, build, and work on our physical body, right? And but anyway, this is a spiritual team. The angels, aliens, star beings, star seeds, beings from other dimensions of time and space. They are located in third eye. Now we're going to move down to my favorite. This is the your etheric template body. And I always say your spiritual team, first of all, there's your God self connected to all knowledge, and then you have your spiritual team who decide to work together to create with your etheric template, which is your DNA code. I like to call it your pattern of you, the blueprint of who you are. And I feel that if you're not working on your blueprint, you're making a lot of changes that really aren't working. This is why, in my opinion, when you see people who gain and lose weight, I feel like because let's just say you and your spiritual team, let's just make up a quick story because I like for things to make sense. So you started out here with your divine consciousness, you're connected to God, and all of your past lives and your Akashic record, a team get together, you just say, I want to reincarnate again, right? And so you said, what are some things I want to work on? And you said, well, in a previous lifetime, I was very thin, and I could eat whatever I want, and I don't know, I'm just thinking, we're talking about beauty, so let's just go with that. And you say, okay, well, I just want to put myself in a position in a geographical location where my type of beauty is not considered the norm, and I want to see if I can develop the inner strength or inner wisdom to learn how to love myself regardless of what my body looked like. Because in the previous lifetime, I was blessed and things was very easy for me, and whatever. So your etheric template is the DNA blueprint of who you are, and I like to call it the individual project plan. It's your IPP of who you are, the things you're going to work on, what you're going to look like, where you're going to be located, who your parents are going to be, the whole nine. This is the plan of who you are, right? And you have worked out some issues with your spiritual team that this is what I'm going to look like. This is who I'm going to be. So I think that a lot of times when girls go and get BBLs or they go take diet pills or whatever, I'm not judgy. People do what they got to do. And they are still unhappy. They're still miserable. They still don't love themselves. They still don't feel good about themselves. And they don't understand why. And I feel like because you probably haven't worked on changing the blueprint. Like if you've ever created anything before, the blueprint it guides you on what things that you want to change. And maybe you should even talk to your spiritual team and say, hey, I'm thinking about, losing weight. I've seen a lot of people who is like actors and actresses who were like heavy set, and they were very famous, and they were getting roles, and they were funny, and they just said, oh no, I don't want to do this anymore. And then they, you don't see them anymore because they're probably never going to be, I don't want to say never, but usually they're not going to be that person who we consider the it boy or girl, and they lose. I don't want to talk about people and get myself in trouble, but let me just please, I love Monique. I love her, love her. Please, Monique, I love you. And I'm glad you slimmed down. And it's probably a part of her journey as well. But it seems like, when she was bigger, she was more successful monetary wise. And then after she, won the Oscar, she lost weight. And it's just kind of like she had to go back with her spiritual team. This is a good example. And she said, look, I don't want to, be a heavyweight person. I want to be a healthy person. And I want to work on some things. And it changed the trajectory of what her opportunities would look like. I don't know if that makes sense what I'm saying. Okay, so the blueprint to me and working with your spiritual team are very important. And I think, in my personal opinion, that's why angelic magic is so important, because I think they work with your higher self and you work out what's going to work. We're going to change it at a very core level. And then we move down to the astral body, which is located, it keeps, unlike the chakras, it goes out in circles. The astral body is your relationship with other people and yourself. It's all about, how do you like yourself? How do you treat yourself? How do you treat other people? And then we move down to the, or out to the, I think I started further away, coming in close. So now we're moving in to your mental body, which contains your belief systems, your intellectual understandings, and it's your power center, what motivates you, but also your generational knowledge or patterns or things that have been passed down to you, things that you do and say that you may not even understand why you're doing it, but it's the part of your body where a lot of time, again, if you don't work on the belief system, if you don't work on your understanding, sometimes we can intellectually understand something, but we can't change it, because it's, how I'm saying, like, people can say, well, I know smoking is bad for me, but they can't stop because there's something else going on. How many people don't know how to eat healthfully or to do the right thing? Most of us know intellectually and we understand what to do, but the ability to actually do it is a whole different thing because of the density. All right, so now we're moving to the emotional body, and this is really long and it almost like you want to feel it. I might break the video up, but we'll see. We're going to move down or out or in to the emotional body, right? And these are your feelings, and I feel that your feelings are what's unique about your feelings, and I just want to take a moment to explain this to you, is that your emotions do not contain logic. So the amygdala is the part of the brain, it's the first part of the brain to develop in a baby. And it's not the part of the brain that's saying 2 + 2 is 4. It's the part of the brain that's saying, oh my God, my mommy loved me. She hugs me, she kissed me, she soothes me. My dad loved me, my dad is here. Like, it's, it's how the people in this child's life respond to their physical needs has a lot to do with how their brain develops in terms of how they learn to interact with other humans later, or even if they trust. Erickson talks about trust versus mistrust, but it all starts at a stage when we are not thinking logically. We are taking in the world based on what feels good to us. There's a lot of studies to show that, and another reason this area, the emotional body is so important, and I'm connecting it to the amygdala, is because this is the part of your energetic body that develops before you develop language. The things that you learn before you develop language are the things that have the biggest impact on you, because you weren't able to intellectually make sense of it yet. So you may not understand why you like certain scents, because maybe that was the scent of your mom, or why it's almost like the things that you like and dislike and the way the world treats you, and you're taking it in with your emotional brain, this sets the neural pathway in your brain, and it's very difficult to access these feelings about other people and about yourself. Like if your mother was looking at you saying, "Oh my God, my baby is just hideous," and I don't mean that, and you're just like, you don't understand why no matter what people say to you, you never feel beautiful, or the way your siblings may have teased you. The most important thing I want you to remember is prior to the development of language, which was giving you the ability to exchange data and make sense logically of the world. Just understand when somebody say, "Well, I'm hungry," or for you to be able to communicate that, and somebody say, "Well, I can't feed you right now because mommy have to do this," and now you're not internalizing it as, "Oh, nobody loved me," right? And then the last energetic body is the etheric body, which is connected to your physical body. And this is the part of the body that when people look at you sometimes, or people can say, "Oh, this person looks sick," but it's connected to the actual physical version of you. And the way I like to think of it, because I put everything into like making dolls, is so when before I make the doll, and I haven't developed the concept yet, I just have the material, and this is the fluff that's going to go and turn into something. And then I want my conceptual and my idea, my imagination. Sometimes the beings that come to me in my sleep, or I get ideas, but long story short, I don't really know what it's going to look like yet, and that's still exciting, always exciting to me. But my team and I, we're trying to come up with a plan. And then with my etheric template, we develop a plan. So this is when I draw out the pattern. And sometimes once I make the doll, I realize I need to go back, and I really had a really hard time with hands and feet, and sometimes proportion. And when I would go back to, work it on my etheric blueprint. Now, when I move down to the etheric body, I think of that as the actual cloth doll before I stuff it. So there, how you have everything sewn, and I don't know if you guys don't sew, but it's when everything is sewn, but it's not stuffed yet, and you haven't put the decorations on it, but it is the physical pattern. So this is the stage where you can kind of see how once you stuff it, what it's going to look like. But anyway, with that being said, now I want to go into some of the things that I do, keeping all of this in mind, that I'm working on so many levels in terms of my physical appearance. So one of the things is my book. So this is Words of Power, and this is a book by Damon brand, and I love this book. I discovered it later, but I like to do the ritual for becoming the most lovable version of yourself, and it's on page 65. I think this book is less than $20. I'm not being paid. I'm just really giving you some things that I do for being the most lovable version of yourself. To me, I just feel like it works at the what do you call it? My celestial body, or my spiritual team. But I also feel that it works with my mental body. So my intellectual understanding of myself, helping me with my beliefs about myself. So I really feel that it doesn't matter how much lipstick you put on, or what wigs you wear, or what you're wearing on the outside, if deep inside you don't feel beautiful, if you don't respect yourself. And the other one is feel more self-respect. So that's my working with the other layers. Now you see why I spend a lot of time just trying to explain what the layers are for. So the other thing I like to do, now it gets more practical, is I have, well, when I say practical, for Feng Shui, I didn't bring my chart. I was looking to say I usually keep one over here, or at least my Feng Shui doll. Anyway, in Feng Shui, guys, so if you walk into your room, right, you walk in your room and you look to the middle wall on your left side, that is your health area. That is your health area. You walk into the room and the middle wall on the left side, okay? This is a good place to put your exercise equipment. I have a glamour doll that I created. Well, actually, I call her an anti-aging doll, and I'm gonna give her like a boost because I'm turning 60, and I think I'm just gonna, maybe make her a new outfit, or do something fun for her to celebrate, the whole thing. But it's a good place to put a doll for health, a doll for I call it anti-aging, or I don't like to call it anti-aging as much as timeless and ageless health, right? And so that's in my health area. You walk in the door, the middle wall on your left. Make sure you don't have any dying plants over there. You know what? When I was going through some health issues, I had some plants that were, that reminds me, I do need to water my plants. But the plants that I have, they decided they want to come home with me, and they have been really good. They understand my forgetful nature. So you want to, like I said, you can make a doll. You can even buy a doll and then and write like sigils on her, affirmations on her. You can also place pictures of yourself in this area of you looking fabulous, darling. They're like pictures of yourself that you absolutely love. The element is wood. I don't want to get into all of this other stuff of Feng Shui, but just know that this is your health and beauty area. And so if you have pictures of yourself, you have your workout equipment, your workout clothes, your workout affirmations and goals. I have my literal exercise bike in my health area. I keep it there to keep me motivated because it's in the right area with the right energy. And I have my glamour doll on my bike to keep me company sometimes, so I can talk to her. So I can talk to her like, girl, I am so, because y'all know I'm silly, right? So anyway, that's one thing I like to do. The other thing I like to do, and I really feel like this is, this works, okay? This absolutely works. Not that all of it works, but it's sometimes I do so much that I can't tell what does or doesn't, because I feel like, sometimes people say, why don't you just do one thing? When I travel, my cosmetic bag is the heaviest bag. I have a toothbrush, like toothpaste, and then I have, my shampoo. Like, I have different cleansers. I have a different cleanser for my face, different parts of my body. I don't use the same cleanser on my body, let alone I don't use the same cleanser in the kitchen that I use for the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how things have become so complex, but if you think about your life, we use a ton of different, just think of cleansers. Even the carpet freshener, or the stuff we use to dust our furniture, such as the lemon pledge. Most of us, we use different products for different rooms in the house. So why would you not have different products for your body when you are working on a particular issue? I don't understand why we would think that's not the case, if that makes sense. So next, I like for you to, this is my favorite thing to do, charge my gemstones. When people order like some of my my glamour magic, my beauty magic, I put those beauty affirmations in my jewelry, but I also give it to them because I want their energy to be attached to it as well. So I give them my literal affirmations that I use. I'm not going to give them to you guys, but I want to share one that I think is really important. And that is, my favorite one is, I am my ideal body weight, shape, and size, where I am supernaturally healthy. I am, I think that's the part of it. I'm supernaturally healthy. Yeah, something like that. It's another sentence go to it. I can't think of what it is right now. I'm drawing a blank. I really feel that a lot of times when people don't feel good about their bodies, they feel like, oh my God, I'm too big, I'm too small. I always tell God I want to be the size where I am supernaturally healthy and radiantly beautiful inside and out. That's important to me. Like, I feel like if you are not your authentic self, then you don't find authentic love, because the person who is going to love you most, they are not going to be able to find you if you are masquerading as another being. So let's just say, you know what I'm saying? So you're an elephant and you really hate being an elephant because you're like, oh my God, I gotta go on a diet. I mean, I gotta slim down. So you are, you're doing everything you can because you don't want to be a big elephant. And you can't find anybody to really love you. You don't understand why nothing is working out, and the only animals that are attracted to you are giraffes, because you kind of, I'm just making up something silly, but I just want you to see. I feel like whatever your spiritual team came up with, remember, for this ether template, the blueprint, the DNA code of you, I think that entails the secret spell, the code, of who is your divine counterpart. And I just feel like when you aren't showing up in the world being your true self, there's just no way you're going to meet that real person. You have to become an alignment with the divine plan created by your spiritual team in order for you to, I feel like, meet your greatest destiny, your greatest dreams, the whole nine. So anyway, so one of my affirmations is that I am my ideal meaning what's in alignment with God's plan for me. I'm also a big proponent of, I believe in being healthy. So I'm not a prude, but I don't drink because I'm doing some spiritual stuff, and I don't believe in, I like to be clear-minded when I'm working with the success magic, whatever I'm working with. Okay, I want to be clear-minded when I'm communicating with my spiritual team. That's just me. So but anyway, what I was gonna say, so my affirmation is the one about being the ideal version of myself. And I believe that in cherishing the beauty in other people so that they can see the beauty in you. Like, I try to remember to give people compliments, to tell people that they look nice, because I feel that your truest beauty is honestly how you make people feel. I don't think there's anything that make you more attractive than making somebody blush, making somebody feel good. Like, you made my day today. Oh my God, making people cry, because it's like, thank you for saying. Like, I love to that is what really make you beautiful, in my opinion. Is how you make other people feel about themselves. So, but anyway, I have a whole list of things just really about being the best version of myself, if that makes sense. So I have a list of affirmations. I listen to them. I record my affirmations on my cell phone, and I listen to them when I'm on my exercise bike sometimes, or sometimes when I wake up in the morning. And I have my little, I'm going to show you this. I could use this right now. It's just so hot under this light. Let me just, there we go. So this is, it feels so good. So I have my rose quartz face mask, guys. Oh God, it feels so good right now. Cause my face is so hot. So what I like to do is imbue this with my affirmations. I want to put this. Oh no, I got lipstick on this. So I like to just literally hold it and just tell it all of my affirmations about just, whatever my beauty affirmations are. If you order from me, you know what they are, because I always give them to you. And then I place this on my face at night after After I wash my face, I like to like go to sleep. I start off the night. At some point I take it off, but I like to place it on my face and work with the various angels, and just for it to heal whatever is going on with my face, right? And then I have this jade mask as well. I always wear them both. I'm just, for this video, guys, I'm getting lipstick on this. I don't like that. But anyway, I imbue these with my affirmations for health and well-being, and for my skin, my body, whatever. I imbue it, and I leave this on my face at night. And I love it. I'm telling you guys, they're very inexpensive. I bought them from Amazon. Like I said, chant your affirmations inside of this face mask. Wear it at night. I'm telling you, you are going to feel and see the vibration of that. The other thing I like to do is I like to use my affirmations and charge my vitamins. So these are my vitamins that I take, and what I like to do is you can buy these from Amazon also. This is clear quartz, and for some reason, I don't know why, but I think that clear quartz, the raw, the kind that's not like, let me see, where's the other ones? Well, you know what I mean. The ones that are not like shaped into a sphere or anything, but just the raw shapes like this. I think these are the most powerful. I don't know why, but I have really noticed that raw, I like to use clear quartz or the rose quartz, and I hold them in my hand. First of all, I clean them with Dawn dishwashing liquid. You don't have to do this, whatever you have, or I clean them really good. I soak them, I scrub them, and then I chant my affirmations in these. I have a bunch of them actually, because I like to make my vitamin little packets for like at least 21 days, and then I place the charged gemstone in my vitamin. And then the other thing I do with my affirmations is I like to place them in a rose quartz. I don't think I brought it over here with me. Or, because I only use rose quartz or clear quartz. It's a sphere. And I put one in my water bottle with my affirmations again for, saying all the things that I want for myself in terms of being healthy. And, and being the most authentic and healthy and most radiant version of myself. And I place that in my water bottle. So I have my affirmations of my affirming what it is that I want to me, because I need to work whatever changes or whatever things that I want to accept about myself. I feel like I need to make sure it's a part of my blueprint, right? And I feel like this is more important than when I listen to it, when when the gemstone holds the vibration of the instructions, and I think it interacts with my energetic body, and it helps with my belief system. Okay, because I feel like sometimes our belief systems are challenged by the people that we interact with, the people that, let's say you're feeling really good and somebody said, girl, you look like you gained weight. That could just blow your entire day. Yeah, right? But if you have your gemstones holding the vibration of what it is you want to, you know what I'm saying? What you want to, the energy that you want to project into the world, that you want to express, you will notice that when people say things, or if you come across or you read something negative, or you'll find that your beliefs and your feelings about yourself will be a lot more stable, because the gemstones will hold the vibration of your affirmations. Okay, so my face mask, I like to, like I said, put my affirmations in my face mask, put them in my vitamins. I like to put them in it's a sphere or a heart, or either I use a heart shaped gemstone. I only use rose quartz or clear quartz because of the hardness factor. Do not, listen to me, do not put any gemstone into your water or your vitamins without first doing research about the hardness level of the gemstone, to make sure that it is safe. Now for the vitamins, it's really, it's not like going into water or anything like that. So the other thing I do, oh my God, I love this. My favorite is I drink I drink coffee also, but my tea, my hibiscus tea, I love hibiscus and ginger peach tea. It's like my thing. You know what I mean? I like to put some lime in it. And I have some beauty sigils that I also give to my clients when they purchase, like beauty jewelry for me. And I like to put my beauty sigils on my water pitcher, on my pitcher. I mean my tea, on my tea cup. I like to take my beauty sigil, and I'm gonna tell you a little quick trick, y'all. If you are going out and you just feel like you need like a nice little boost, take a beauty sigil. You can make your own, guys. All you're gonna do is write a sentence. I'm giving it to you raw and rough. Write a sentence. Take out all of the what do you call them? Not the consonants, but the vowels. Any repeating letters. I like to put them in a circle that I created, and just draw a picture to like the different letters, and view it. Like you burn it on a bay leaf, burn it on ancestor money, however you want to, you can bury it, and you can, there's a lot of different ways you can do to like power it up with your energy. And you can write it on yourself. But this is the beauty. I'm gonna tell you something, this works. Take your beauty sigil and carve it into an apple, because apples are associated with Aphrodite. She is a goddess of beauty, and apples are associated with health and beauty. And so if you take a beauty sigil and you get a knife or even a toothpick jar, it doesn't matter as long as it's something pointy, and draw it in there and then bless it and eat it. I'm telling you, there's times I have done that and I can literally see my fingers just start to slim up, or I look in the mirror and my eyes are brighter. I'm just like, oh my God, what was that? Like, I don't know. I didn't read it anywhere. I think it's probably just intuitive. It sounds to me like it's ancient, because even when I tell you this, I bet you somebody else have done it before. So yeah, a beauty sigil and a nice apple. Oh my God, bomb. It doesn't matter if it's green or red or whatever, but thank the apple. I believe in that, especially when you're doing work, because it's sharing your essence, your energy with me, and then I think, let me see, I can't understand my own writing. I think I did. I think I explained everything. So we have the doll for the health area. We do our spiritual work. I believe being the most lovable version of yourself, and words of power on page 65. And then I think what is it called? To have more self-respect is on page is it 67 or 66? Feel more self-respect. Anyway, these are, listen, investing in some, what do you call them? The clear quartz spheres or heart shapes or palm gemstones, cleaning them. chanting your own personal affirmations in them, taking those affirmations and recording them in your cell phone, listening to them while you're exercising, and paying attention to the health area in your home. I'm sorry, guys, you will notice a really big transformation in how you radiate in the world. I really hope this video helps someone. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you darlings in the next video.